Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. We were doing Leetcode top interview 150 questions. So let's take another question from this study plan. Today we will do the question of majority element. It's a easy problem. So let's just see. Okay, let's read the problem statement. Given an array nums of size n, return the majority element. The majority element is the element that appears more than n by 2 times. You may assume that the majority element always exists in the array. Okay, so an element that appears more than half the array size will be the majority element. So like the brute force approach will be that we will keep count of each element that we encounter. We can keep a map to track the count, and then we will see the optimized solution. So let's just start it. Hash map, it will be integer map. Okay, we will traverse through the array. Now we will check if map dot contains key, if it contains nums I or not. If it does, like for this example, we will check if 2 is present or not. If it is not present, then we will say that map dot put nums I and 1. Else we will say that map dot, like else, that means it contains, and we will check map dot contains, map dot put nums I, map dot get nums I plus 1. All right, now we will traverse through each key. So key map dot key set, and we will check if map dot get key is greater than nums dot length by 2, then we will return key. So let's just check. Okay, so we have to return 0. It's just a dummy return because obviously something will be returned from here, because it says that all like majority element will always exist in the array. All right, it is accepting. Let's just try to submit it. Okay, it got submitted. So this is the brute force approach. As you can see, we have used extra space, map, and we have to traverse 2 times. So now let's just try to do the optimized solution. So let me just reset the code. Okay, now let's just understand how we can optimize it. Let's take this example and see it here. All right, okay, so we will maintains a count variable. All right, count, count, and we will initialize it to 0. All right, now we take a pointer. Let's say the pointer is here I. We encounter here, we will reduce it to 1, and we will also have a variable like majority element, and let's see the constraint, like whether Yep, nums length will always be 1, so therefore let's just initialize it to nums of 0, which is for now 2. Alright, okay, so we just we have a majority element. We check I is here, we increase the count to 1, we update the majority element 2. Alright, now I is 1, we check that this is equal to the majority element, we increase the count to 2. Now the I is here, it is not equal to the majority element value, so we decrease the count. We don't update the majority element yet, we just decrease the count. We encounter that now the I is here, we see that it is again not equal, so we decrease the count again. We move here. Now we check that this is not equal but the count is 0, so now we update the majority element. Now the majority element will be 1 and the count will be 1. Alright. Now I comes here, it is not equal to the majority element, we decrease the count. Now the I is here, it is not equal to the majority element value, so therefore we update the majority element value and we increase the count. Only when the count is 0 we update the majority element value. Now at last we return the majority element, because now we can see that alright, that the majority element is 2 and we just have to return that value. So we will keep track of two variables, one is count and the other one is majority element. So let's just initialize it. Majority element, we can initialize it to the first element. Okay, now we will iterate through the array and I plus plus. Now the condition was that if the count is 0, then we update the majority element value. If count is 0, we say that majority element will be nums of I. In the first case, it's definitely will be the same because we initialize with 0 and we initialize this with a 0th index, so it will be same, but yeah, later this will be useful. Now it comes to the second condition, that if that ith index value and the majority element value is same, then we increase the count. If majority element is equals to nums I, then we do count plus plus, else we do count minus minus if it is not same, and at the end we return majority element. That's it. So let's just try to run it. It's getting accepted. Now let's just try to submit it. Okay, it got submitted. As you can see, the runtime has reduced significantly. Earlier it was 17 millisecond, now it's only 1 millisecond, and of course we are not using any extra space. We are not iterating the hash map again, we are only iterating the array only once. So thank you so much for staying. See you in the next video.